All right, we're here with ARCA Menard Series President Ron Drager. A lot going on with your two tracks. We'll first start off there. Everyone's talking about that big repave at Flat Rock. What went into that decision, and how do you think it's going so far?
Yeah, well, as for how it's going, there hadn't been a race car on it yet. So we purposely wanted to pave it at the end of the season last year, and the paving company, who by the way has done all four paves that have been done there, the original one in '53, the one in the '70s, the one in '99, and this one, Cadillac Asphalt Company, suggested that we pave it and then just sort of let it season, and so it's ready. As soon as we get the weather to break to put race cars on it, we're excited about it. Truthfully, more so than some kind of whiz-bang promotion that we wanted to do to say, hey, we got new pavement, it needed to happen. So in other words, to keep the racetrack viable and to give it a future, you have to make capital improvements from time to time, and it was time for us to repave the track.
Yeah. So, successful start to the year so far, on all three platforms. All the seasons have started. Highlights of the year so far for you guys?
Yeah, so for the ARCA Menard Series, West race at Kern and Bakersfield in January, Daytona for the ARCA Menard Series in February, Daytona race on Fox, over 1 million viewers, and that's the most that we've had in I think 6 or 7 years on any given race, so that was really good for us. Had a good race at Phoenix, ARCA Menards and West combination race. Opened the ARCA Menards East season at Pensacola at Five Flags. Really good race there, and so we feel like everything is really rolling forward, and now we're ready to open the racetracks here. April 19th at Toledo with the USAC Silver Crown and CRA JEGS Series, twin 100s, late model stock cars and USAC Silver Crown cars. We feel like that's a really unique show, and this early in the season, we think it's something that there's not a lot of big shows, not a lot of racing going on yet up here this far north in the Midwest, so we look forward to that.
You talk about the, we haven't gone to the short track portion of the schedule yet, but you look at Madison's back on the schedule and some other places as well. What's it going to be like to have Madison back on the main ARCA schedule?
Well, we really like working with Greg McCarnes at Madison and the McCarnes family and all they've done for racing in the Midwest. So it's great to be there and be able to work with Greg and Angie. But Madison is a nice big half mile. It's got banking. It's got a nice ability to make a pit road. Fans up there are very, very they're very educated race fans. They appreciate the quality of the product that comes there. So the USAC Silver Crown has been racing there, and that's been a really successful event. So we look forward to reestablishing the ARCA Menard Series at Madison.
Car counts have been up across the board, especially with the main series. The progress that you guys have made, especially over the last 5 years, of getting good teams to come out. PRG, Rev, Venturini, Gibbs. And with AM Racing last few years, talk about the growth of all three platforms. East is getting some more cars as well, and then the West is as well.
Some of that is cyclical, and so you'll have periods of time where car counts are up. You'll have periods of time where car counts are not up. But right now, we feel like there's a lot of things coming together for that to all be on a positive and be on an upswing. And I think it was really gratifying at Five Flag Speedway in Pensacola to see that a Ford, a Chevrolet, and a Toyota, all three of the OEMs led that race, and arguably all three of those could have won that race. I think that's a really good thing. We've got a lot of new folks coming in. We've got a lot of family-owned teams, and we really like that. We like the broad base of lots of different teams. So young folks coming in, new racers, got a lot of experience running short tracks, and now they're ready to try our platform.
Coming into the season, of course, the opening race on Big Fox. How big was that for this series?
It was big, and it was big for not only for the series as the ARCA Menard series, but for each of our teams. It was a big deal, and for the people who support those teams, and whether it's their fans or their families or their sponsors. Just overall, it was really important to us, and that's part of a package that was negotiated by NASCAR Broadcasting for all 20 ARCA Menard Series races to be live on a Fox property, Fox FS1 or FS2.
And then, of course, going back to Flat Rock for the ARCA East race, and then to wind the season down on the main side of things, to have the championship here at Toledo at your two tracks. What does that mean to have the basically ARCA's headquarters hosting the championship?
Yeah, it just feels right, right? Like ARCA was founded in 1953 here in Toledo, and the racetrack was built in 1960, and we've got this long contiguous history of running the ARCA Menard Series at Toledo. So to be able to open the season at Daytona and be able to run at places like Talladega and Kansas and Lime Rock and Watkins Glen, but to be able to bring the championship race back to Toledo, sort of where it all started, it just feels like it's pretty cool. So the Owens Corning 200, CGS Imaging also supported that event. It's important to us to be able to bring it here, and it's always a good race. It always goes right down to the end.
Absolutely. All right, Ron Drager, thanks for the time as always, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.